Well, what I realized is that the traditional legal model is broken. Most people, and if any of you have done any planning, you've gone in, you've met with a lawyer, you sat down, you prepared some documents, you put them on a shelf or in a drawer, and you never looked at them again. But what I can tell you is that those documents are meaningless today. Because everything in your life has changed. The law has changed. Your family has changed. Your money has changed. You cannot do planning that way, but that's the typical legal model. If you call your lawyer, you're going to get a bill in the mail 2 weeks later. That's old. That's old. So what you want to look for when you're looking to do planning with a lawyer is you want to look for someone who's not going to bill you hourly. Flat fee, agreed to in advance. You don't want surprises. You want someone who is going to have a team around them. I love it. I could not do anything without a team. If I don't have a team, what happens when my clients call the office? They're going to have to wait for me to be available. Hours, days, sometimes weeks to get a phone call back from your lawyer. That's not a relationship. And then the last thing is you want to work with a lawyer who's going to be reviewing things periodically, because you're not going to get around to it. But if your lawyer has a system in place to make sure that it happens, then it will. That's what you want to be looking for in a lawyer. You got to have the legal advisor, you've got to have the tax advisor, you've got to have the money advisor. Okay? And that's going to look different for everybody. But you've got to have those 3 advisors on your team. Having multiple bank accounts does not mean you're diversified, okay? Please don't think that that means you're diversified if you have 3 different bank accounts. I see clients, large cap funds. Yeah, I see clients all the time. The first thing that we do whenever we meet with anyone is a family wealth inventory and assessment. And they come in, they bring it. I don't sell any financial products. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm an objective person who can look at it and say, okay, why in the world do you have accounts at ING, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Washington Mutual? Why? Oh, well, we're diversified. No! That's not diversification. So, yes, it's a lot of work. You want to consolidate. You want to have your money in one account, diversified in that account if that's how you're going to be doing it. Okay? So the most valuable relationship I have is with my banker. Yeah. And I didn't even know. I had no idea, but I was forced to find this banker because I was banking at one of the big box banks, and big, right? And I couldn't get them. I needed to be able to debit my clients' accounts automatically and pull money out. Could not get one of these big box banks to do it. So I went out, started talking to the little banks. One of the little banks sent the CEO of the bank out to meet with me. I said, oh, this is very nice. He came out to meet with me. We ended up developing a relationship. They set it up so I can debit people's accounts. Now they scan my checks through this little scanner. I never have to go to the bank anymore. All of a sudden last year, my business was amazing. I ended up with a 6-figure tax bill that I wasn't expecting because remember I didn't have the relationship with the tax advisor. Well, I had to borrow money to pay that tax bill. And I needed it in like 3 weeks because April 15th was coming along. Hello, right. I called up my banker, he got it done. Done. He's given me lines of credit, basically on my signature. Because we have that relationship, he believes in me. You bring your energy to that banker and they will believe in you. And they
promoted my book.
There you go. Yeah. Right. There you go. And so it's a little bank. It's a business bank. It's in my community. If you go to my website, familywealthmatters.com, you can read an article that I wrote there last week about the 6 things to do to find the perfect banking relationship.